The Rap Roundtable.
My bad, Joel. Our bad.
Yo,
Our collective bad. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties there. We don't know what happened. We're back in full effect. Let us know
yes, sir.
that you see us live in full effect. Right? Drop some comments. Let us know that y'all seeing us loud and clear.
Yeah, we're gonna let it build up a little too. Let
Yeah.
it build up a little. Salute to the chat. Everybody get up in here. Mace will be back with us in a second. Y'all heard from Jarvie. We back. Jeremy,
Back.
yeah, we back, man.
Yeah. Peace.
Matt, you know the vibes, man.
Chat build up once again. Again, our apologies about the technical difficulties.
We back, gang. Peace.
Nah, you wasn't tripping, Eric. Never that.
Yeah, nah, shit went left on us, but we back to get it right. Believe that. T Blacks, what's the vibes? We waiting for everybody to get built back in, and we gonna jump right in. Macito on the way, y'all. What's the vibes, man? We had a good little chat going too. That was the crazy part. Niggas,
man.
The chat was percolating. We're gonna slowly get it back to what it was like.
It was very abrupt, London.
Like niggas, this is a Drake conversation sparks a lot of animus. There's a lot of feelings. So,
oh man,
you know,
we wasn't, and it couldn't have been OVO that pulled the plug on us. You know what I mean? Because we wasn't talking greasy about them. We was, you know what I mean?
I don't think
collectively. We were actually, you know what I mean, kind of feeling the joint. We hadn't gotten to my take yet, but
you're gonna be the closer. But Mace had good points. Jarv had good points. Like the song, it knocks. Like we can't say that the song don't knock. Is it a typical Drake song? Yes. Does McDonald's serve you the same burger for the last fucking 50 years? You still go there when you smack and you still enjoy that burger. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be what it is. Like it is what it is. Like I don't need something to change the game. Like he's far from the nigga that's gonna change the game. Niggas just want something to vibe. We haven't gotten that. As far as bar work, it's been exceptional. Like niggas have been rapping top tier. You know, but as far as something to move the shoulders to, I can't cap. It's doing that. You know what I'm saying? I spun it back a couple times just to see if it gives me the feeling. And I'm like, it gave me the feeling.
It gave you that feeling?
Yeah, like it's one of them good summer vibey joints. Kind of like the way Nokia is a summer vibey joint. Like it's one of those, you know.
You putting this there with Nokia?
I'm not saying it is Nokia. I'm just saying it's one of those kind of vibes. It just came out like 12 hours ago, so I don't know how the people are gonna perceive it. You know, as far as the way we're perceiving it. Well, we didn't hear your take yet, but like it's a good step in the right direction. Like we said, bro, like it's a good way to go. It's a good way to get some footing back. Like I said, he can't really go any lower than where he is now. You know, it's really only where he's up, you know, so and I think this is a good step heading towards ascension, you know.
Copy.
I don't know how the chat feels, but when you give your take, I'm sure
yeah, I mean, we see in the chat. I still wanted. Let me see what the chat is.
Salute to the chat. Hit that like button, family. We back.
I want as many people as possible to hear what I gotta say. So I'm waiting for it to get to like 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I get in, we're at 96.
Drops the gauntlet.
Come on, people. Jump on in.
Pull up.
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna just go.
Cook.
Listen, man. Y'all all made y'all points. Y'all had some decent points, man. I'm not even really mad at y'all. I expect for Mace to feel how he feels about it. Obviously, you know what I mean. He's gonna feel like that this is a positive in a long string of negatives for the past year. So he's gonna celebrate. You know what I mean? Deanie, we know how you feel. You know what I mean? You go wherever the vibes is at. And if the vibes is there,
man.
you gonna be there with the vibes. You know what I mean?
I'm near the vibes.
John came in and he gave a couple of takes. I kind of agree with a couple of John's takes. But let me just start off by saying this is probably the first time that I can even remember I'd have to think long and hard to think of another instance where I feel like this. And that feeling is that the visual actually detracted from the song. I thought the visual, it immediately, when it cuts on and I see Drake in front of his mansion with, I don't know how many, a whole arsenal of automatic weapons.
A platoon, yeah.
Laid out so meticulously on the floor, on the ground. I'm like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this fake tough guy shit, like, we don't believe you, Drake. Nobody believes the tough guy shit from you. You know what I mean? And like, the more that he doubles down on being hard and being tough, and the violent imagery, the less I'm inclined to say anything positive about him. So immediately, when the visual comes on and I see that's the first visual I get immediately. Y'all saw me in the chat. I was like, this shit is ass. I'm not fucking with this. It's ass. Immediately, yeah. 2 cheeks, bro. Double cheeked up.
Clap.
Double cheeked up on a Friday night.
Sheesh.
And so, and then the first couple of bars of the song, I don't give a fuck if you love me, cap. I don't give a fuck if you like me, double cap. We all know that you're sensitive. We all know Drake is sensitive, bro, and we all know that he needs to feel that love and that connection to people. And when he doesn't, when people wrong him, when the love's not reciprocated, his entire career has been made up of music where he's lamenting the love not being reciprocated. That is like 75% of his catalog is love not being reciprocated and him feeling some type of way about it.
Requited love, bro.
When he comes on and immediately says, I don't give a fuck if you love me and I don't give a fuck if you like me, I'm like, that's cap and double cap. So it means those first 2 things, the visual and the first few bars, completely turned me off. Right? Let me get Mace back in here. I think he's back on deck.
It's a little harsh, Sin. It's a little harsh, though.
Hey, listen, it's my take. It's my take.
This is true. Cook.
These are my feelings.
He's an artist and he's sensitive about his shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah. These are my feelings.
Copy.
And then the visual continues on, and then he's in this weird facility. He's complete. This is another thing that I felt was weird. It's like the more the time goes on, the lonelier he looks. And like being in this big ass cold facility with nobody around, I'm like, bro, what kind of bunker are you holed up in? Like, who? Like, why is that your choice for the visual? You know what I mean? And so then he's, rolling around this facility. He's doing his little dance. I'm like, all right, again with the dances, and just looking at him, everything about this package, put together. I'm like, the aura is gone, bro. The aura is gone. And even though I've never been a Drake fan, we all know this, I could at least kind of recognize the aura that other people saw in him. I don't even see that anymore when I look at him. You know what I mean? So the visual to me, I think, was the worst part of the entire thing. The song, the rollout, everything. The visual, I think, was the worst part. Then it officially drops on DSPs. Now, clearly, also on the stream, we didn't get a CD quality, streaming quality listen. So on the stream, we got the full quality. You know what I mean? Production is tight. He flowing on there. He had a couple of slick lines. He had that TLC line.
Right. Talk about it.
Kind of fuck with.
Talk about it.
He had this line where he said, I've made plenty rights out of 2 wrongs. I was like, oh, okay. That was tough. You know what I mean? Again, doubling down on the petty. You know what I mean? Drake is absolutely 100% in his petty era. You know what I mean? And doubling down on the petty, even though, again, not exactly my kind of energy, 100%. But like, if he's gonna give off lines like this to explain how petty he's feeling, I get it. I see it. I see the vision. So listening back to the song streaming, I was like, okay, this is not bad. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. You know what I mean? That's about as much as I'm going to give it. Am I going to play it on a regular basis?
That's an A+ from Sin. Let's talk about it.
Yo, if it's not absolutely panned from Sin, if it's not a Drake song, absolutely
I'm feeling
panned,
good.
I mean, it's at least a 6.5, bro. It's at least it's passion. You feel me? If Sin says he won't absolutely throw it in the garbage, I mean, it's at least good.
Let's be real.
Come on, bro.
Now, the reason I'm not gonna jump out the window about it is because a couple reasons. One, it sounds good, it sounds decent, but the subject matter, even though clearly he's talking about relationships that he's had that have dissolved in the past year since the battle. You know what I mean? People that were by his side, and now they're over there on the other side at the pop out. Presumably talking about LeBron, possibly. You know what I mean? Talking about how you over there at the pop out, but you was Dick riding since headlines. It's on the one hand, like there's a couple of points here. One, this is a common theme for Drake. This has been a common theme from Drake for years. So it doesn't feel particularly fresh or new that he's mad at people that have wronged him or that have switched sides on him. Even before this battle, he was already feeling people switching sides on him and was making songs about it. Plenty of lines, plenty of songs made about this. No new friends. You know what I mean? We all remember that. Right? And so to me, it's like, all right, you've been feeling this in the atmosphere for years, yet you're surprised when Kendrick comes out and everybody is siding with Kendrick. You was already feeling people leaving your side. This is the part that bothers me about Drake is the lack of self-reflection to kind of reflect on, well, why is it that people keep switching up on me like that? You know what I mean? Is it them? Is it all of them? Every last one of those people? Or is it maybe something about me that's making people distance themselves from me? You know what I mean? To the point where like the song is called "What Did I Miss?" and the song is like a rhetorical, almost facetious question. But in reality, it's like he should really be asking himself. This should be a self-reflecting. This should be a question that he's asking a therapist. Like, bro, what did I miss? Like, what am I missing out of this? What is not connecting about the situation that I have found myself in where everybody is leaving by my side? You know what I mean? So that's the one thing about it. The other thing is like specifically about LeBron. If everybody's saying he's talking about LeBron, we all sort of assume he's talking about LeBron. But if he in fact is talking about LeBron being over there at the pop out and calling him a dick rider, well, bro, you have a tattoo of the man, and you infamously have that photo where you're like up under his wing. You know what I mean? Looking at him, like gazing into his eyes and shit. You know what I mean? Just looking like
you're going in right now, bro.
Like you're so happy to be there.
Scorsese, man.
Looking like you're so happy to be there under his arm, bro. Like, no, we don't believe you, Drake. You need more people, but you ain't got no more people because they're all leaving your side. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. But is it good? It's all right. It's decent. Is it enough? No, this is not enough. It's not enough to get his aura back. It's not enough for me to be like, oh, he's back. He's rapping. You know what I mean? He's planting his flag once again. Nah, I don't see none of that. I don't feel none of that.
Sin said a lot there, and I'm not gonna discredit a lot of what he's saying is facts. You know what I mean? Even through the clear disgust. Listen, I do think that. Listen, I think this is the part of rebuilding the aura, right? Like what this you have to take like what do you call it? Like you got to take some sort of stance on it, right? So it's like his whole thing is he's popping back out, and it's, you know, they turned their back on me. They wanted me down. They were hating on me. Now, even if that's not true, because Sin makes a lot of, when you analyze it beyond the surface level, Sin does make a lot of great points about, you know, Drake's character, you know, maybe a part of the reason why he's going through what he's going through now. So I'm not going to completely, you know, say ignore that. But, you know, as far as getting back on the scene, if this is some sort of new beginning, if this is like the part of, you know, the new world that we live in, that Drake is not the number one guy, you know, if he's smart, you know what I'm saying? So he knows, you know, what the game is going, what's going on in the game right now. He sees who they've decided to follow. So he has to take some sort of, you know, way of going about it. So his way of going about it is going to be, well, you know, they turn their back on me. Now I'm very interested, like Sin says, to see in through ICEMAN, is there more introspection? Is there more speaking about, you know, what role he played and why so many people turn his back on him? I'm very interested to see that. You know what I mean? Now, you know, if it's a lot of tough guy shit going on, right? I can see a lot of people upset about that. Sin mentioned the guns, you know what I mean? You know, if you watched the stream, you know, which not, a lot of people watched, and a lot of people didn't watch, but if you watch the stream, at some point he got into it with some guy in the middle of the stream. I think he said like "fuck you, Drake," and Drake went into some sort of amalgamation of accents that he's gained over the year and threatened to fold up the guy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I get people, you know, because there's a lot of people in you know our chat, our viewers love hip hop, and you can see what they saying. A lot of people are saying, how can you do that in Sue? How can you act tough after you just lost? And that's very true, right? But to me, this is a great start. The tunes are good. You know what I mean? It seems like he's like, it's not like, I get, you know, the subject matter. I get what Sin is talking about, but the technique is there, right? You can tell he's barring up. You can tell the pen is working right now. Pause. You know what I mean? You can tell he's not mindlessly going in the booth and just spitting whatever. You know what I mean? These are bars about what's going on with his real life right now. So to me, like Job said, this is a step in the right direction. I like the triumphant horns on there. I like the, you know, the classic Drake beat switch. It worked for me. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, the fan base is pleased with this one. We're gonna see how the general public receives it through time. You know what I mean? Hip hop heads, Sin, Jav, low key, a couple people online seem to be gravitating towards that second song that hasn't officially been released, the one that he was just playing. So we got to see what's going on, right? To me, this is a decent first chess move. You know what I'm saying? Gauge the interest, see what's going on, and you know, we gonna see. You know what I mean? We gonna see. Me as a Drake fan, I'm happier with this than I've been with a lot of songs he's released recently. I'll say that.
Respect it. I think it's a great start. I think it's not us talking about just lawsuit type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not us talking about like abs. You know what I'm saying? It's actually us talking about the quality of the music, and I think that's a great start. And as far as the whole imagery, like you said, I did feel away after I watched the video. It did take away some of the energy, but I didn't start off with that energy, so I probably don't feel the same way you felt. But I to me, if we always look at Kendrick Lamar and see the symbolism was, to me, was basically I'm one man, but I could go to war. You get what I'm saying? That was the imagery. Like, I got 1 million guns. I could go to war. The ice seller scene was like some Grand Theft Auto shit to me. I was trying to figure out the whole thing, because this nigga's at the docks putting the bodies in the fucking ice. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think that was just all imagery to let you know I ain't buns. So, from his perspective, you know, maybe that was the director's aspect of it. These niggas don't make all the decisions by themselves. But I think the song did what it was supposed to do. As far as the LeBron shit, like when DeRozan did that, we all respected it, because like, you probably grew up with Kendrick. Supposedly the word is he grew up with Kendrick. He's from Compton, you know, big West Coast. Like, there's real ties there. Even though I've been playing ball in this country, Canada, and you've been my guy for this time, this is my town. Like, when all goes said and done, this is where I'm coming home to sleep. You get what I'm saying? This is where I get the love, the respect that everybody knows my name. LeBron don't have that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron ain't grow up in LA. LeBron don't got them ties. Like, So it's like, yeah, you threw me. You kind of like you switch sides on me because you just play here. The shit look kind of corny, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different angle of why he's coming from, and it does sound like a nigga that's hurt.
And also, Dean, we gotta live in reality here, right? Like, if you're suing somebody for dissing, you can no longer diss MCs. You know what I'm saying? You have to diss a basketball player, right? You can't, like, because if anybody comes back with something too vicious, Drake may or can go to jail about it. And that's the reality. So it's like, yeah, let me get my Eminem on and diss some non-rappers real quick. You know what I mean?
This to me, this was a song that gained some favor for the people to go like, you know what, he's still in the game. You know, this is a game favor song. It's not going to change position. It just puts him in the conversation, knowing that the clips are dropping next week. That's going to have a Kendrick verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts him in the conversation now. Like, you got to get some type of footing. And this is what I was saying the whole time, bro. Like, you have to do something to make people speak your name and outright not trash you. And this is the first thing I think that's been in quite some time. This is actually a decent record. Is it the same old Drake we usually get? Yes. But is it a bad song? No. The same old Drake ran the game for the last 10 years, though. You get what I'm saying? So we can't act like that's not too much.
The formula is the formula. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Like the bar, the two bars that Sense said he hated, those gonna ring off in the clubs. When the joint is in the spot soaking wet, they're like, y'all hated me, y'all love me. It's just, I think that's what it's supposed to do. The song is gonna evoke a lot of emotion, especially when a beverage is in you. Now, I don't want to be the guy that says you need a beverage to enjoy the song, but I was sober when I heard the song. I was lit when I heard the song, and I was like, I know the thought of people. People are gonna hear this song and those type of vibes, and it's gonna really resonate with people. If you ever got switch-sided on, it's gonna resonate with you. The song is really easy to resonate with, and I think that's what Drake has been doing this whole time. He's just been easy to resonate with because he's been so many different individuals. So he resonates with the Caribbean. He resonates with the fucking the my niggas on the Euro side. He resonates with the Afro beats. He just resonates. That's why I can't say a nigga who has 15 flows, he's back to his same old shtick. It just sounds kind of crazy when you put him on the same balance post. But like I said, this is a great step in the right direction. Right. And it's perked our ears up to want to hear more. I genuinely want to hear more from this ICEMAN album now. And I think that was the goal.
All right. So let's go there. What we thought about the second snippet. Mace?
Just like I said, the second joint give me like, you know what I mean? 5 o'clock Shadow Drake, like 9 a.m. in Dallas, fucking, like, that's, the second joint seems like it could be on the scary hours. Let me say it like that. You know what I mean? Second joint, some real rapping on there, you know what I mean? Like the production choice seems much more in line with cloth like niggas like us. You know, the second joint, and it may be just because you didn't hear it officially, but the second joint to me, I'm more anticipating than I even was this one.
Dini?
Back again, 2 joints, you know, that give good vibes. Scary Hours was a good album, Mace. That was a good tape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're saying it sounds like something that's from a good tape, that means we potentially have 2 good tracks on this ICEMAN joint. Now I'll go back to my point where I was saying that if Drake plays this the right way, he could possibly make this resurgence. This is 2 great steps for mankind. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But this is 2 good steps in the right direction. Keep it up. Stay out the media, stay out the fucking ab fitness magazine shits. Like just lay low key and make music. Like I said, he's already in the depths. So all he has now is the music. The music will always save you. Even when niggas be in the worst positions, if their music not, look at, bro, I was at an event the other day, R. Kelly's Happy People. You would have never thought nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? So if you just keep making music that people want to hear, there's a great pathway.
Our stream got fucked up once already. We don't need no
right. Bringing up Robert and my boy is crazy.
I'm just telling you, I seen people's feet moving, shoulders was moving, legs was moving. The music still resonates. That's all I'm saying.
That man is in a prison cell right now, dude. What the fuck?
Somebody's feet are not. Somebody's feet are free though. They were free to dance. I seen it.
You know, he got us fucking there. Like, yo, how this motherfucker got off?
That shit gotta hurt. Bro. Probably still doing numbers on the streams too. Like this shit.
Yeah.
But
no matter the numbers, we all know where the money is going to, right? Believe all victims, all right?
Oh man. But I guess what I feel, so in terms of the second joint, yeah, you know what I mean, it's he was flowing on there. And I mean, obviously I would want to hear it. I only heard it like the one time on the stream. And I would definitely, want to hear the official release of it. But I guess where I'm sitting with this is it almost kind of feels like slapping lipstick on a pig. Because it's like this
never
is
changed, Sid. Never
I'm just saying
bro.
it's the same formula. You know what I mean? It's the same formula that we've been seeing for the past 10 years. You know what I mean? You have the vibey joint and then you have the barred up joint. You have the vibey joint, then you have the barred up joint. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. The only thing is he constructed this elaborate live stream event on YouTube because I guess he wants to be a fucking streamer now. So he concocted this elaborate live stream just to package 2 new song releases, or 1 new song release and 1 snippet. Which, when you break it down to the music, which at the end of the day that's what matters, the music, it's a vibey joint, which is cool, and then the barred up joint, which again, just like we've said, the last time you did it and the time before and the time before that, is like, yo, I could see the vibey joint, playing in the clubs, you know what I mean, shaking your shoulders to it, and then the cloth motherfuckers like us, we gonna be bopping our head to the timestamp sounding song. We've said this so many times over and over again, and at some point it's like, all right, man, what's new? What like can you break the formula for 1 second? You know what I mean? Can you divert from it just a little bit? You know what I mean? This is and again, we're talking strictly about Drake. You know what I mean? But when I think of his very obvious counterpart, he's reinvented himself. Kendrick Lamar has reinvented himself every time out. You never know. You think he has a formula, then he veers left, and he always somehow is successful at executing whatever new direction he goes in. And it always feels fresh. It always feels new. We did not expect GNX out of Kendrick Lamar. Absolutely no, not one person expected GNX. And look what happened. Like he keeps finding new ways to stay fresh, yet still stay relevant. And when on the Drake side of things, yeah, he, the big live stream, sure, you know what I mean, the big tractor trailer, through the streets of Toronto, cursing out, a stranger, a heckler in a weird accent. But when it comes down to it, the music is still the same. It's still the same to me. So
I think, Sin, you bringing up the elephant in the room, right? Because that's the thing, right? And what the differences between Kendrick and Drake, to me, most of the time we could just write those off as, just preference, right? Feeling like Kendrick or Drake does it the right way, to me, is more of a preference thing. But with this battle, we can kind of see, right, moving forward, if Drake does stick to the formula, if he keeps moving, because we can't say before the battle that the formula has ever failed, right? So I think the battle made it seem like people don't want that formula anymore. So this could basically, even as much as the battle, right, the reaction to the way Drake is moving now, the music that he's putting out now, it will be the proof. This is, you know what I mean? Because he put out the R&B album, the R&B that's not R&B album. But this is really the test, right? To see if the loss in the battle was really the public saying, listen, this is not the way, you know what I mean? We not fucking with it no more, you know what I mean? And it could be like Nelly after, hot in hair and shit, or we'll see, or maybe they still gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? Maybe it just was a loss in a battle and that was it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm interested to see.
Or maybe that's like a testament to like Kendrick Lamar's greatness. Kind of when you were talking just now, it reminded me of that scene in Iron Man, the first one, where Obadiah's thing was talking to that nigga, like, yo, why can't you build the arc reactor like Tony Stark did? And he was like, yo, he built it in the cave with a box of scraps. And the nigga looked at him and just said, I'm not Tony Stark, my nigga. Like if Kendrick Lamar is the standard we're gonna hold all rappers to now, then like hip hop is
not all rappers, but if you're supposed to be the 1B to Kendrick's 1A right now.
But maybe that's what 1B. Maybe 1B is to spark the culture, get your mind right. Improvement, and the other side is shake it up. That's always been the dichotomy. You know what I'm saying? It was always the conscious rappers. It was always the I'm trying to like get the spot rush rappers. And some people were nice enough to combine both elements, but there was always that nigga that could just get the spot going, but he couldn't really like get barred up. You get what I'm saying? So like, I just think like the element that he's in for what he does, his formula. We never act like Floyd been boxing the same way for 1,000 years, bro. That's his formula, and it's always worked out for him. So like Mace said, like the fact that this didn't work because literally the next grandstanding rapper in the culture came and just basically put his foot in his mouth, you know, to say that it don't work no more because you got grandson by the top dog, like no pun intended, you know what I'm saying? But like to say that your game don't work no more because the top guy defeated you, like no, the game I play still might work. It's just that this top dog is the top dog. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. What do we expect next out of this rollout?
Episode 2. I expect more tunes, you know, hopefully less guns, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the gun laws in Canada, to be honest with you. As a member of the embassy, I should, you know what I mean? Maybe that was the Houston, you know, the Houston crib. You know what I mean? Texas, they gun enthusiasts in Texas, you feel what I'm saying? Facts. But episode 2, I'm expecting, you know, more tunes, you know, I'm not sure, you know, maybe we are getting close to the Wireless Fest, you know what I mean, that he's performing out in the UK, you know, huge event there, and then he has OVO Fest coming up. So I think, you know, in the preceding episodes, there's going to be something tied into those two things, to be honest with you. But hopefully more good tunes.
Yeah. Hold on real quick, because I need to know, what does this even mean?
Caro, what you mean, bro?
Please, Caro.
Wow.
I don't recognize your name, so I don't know if you've been here before now. But yeah, expand on that, please. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Because I'm lost. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Expound,
please. Dini, what you looking forward to?
More tunes, less shenanigans. I feel like if this is it's hard to talk about it because it's like buying back favor, but like you have no money, you have no stock, but you're trying to buy back favor. Like I think stay away from the shenanigans. Like the video for this wasn't even necessary for What Did I Miss? Just let the music speak for itself. Let the people decide to fuck with you. Like stop trying to win people over. You get what I'm saying? Like when you try to win people over, it just comes off as phony and fake and just.
I could dig that, Dan.
Yeah, just make music. Even if your shit is formulaic, bro. Make the if you're a dweeb, be the dweeb we know you to be. I respect an honest dweeb. You get what I'm saying? Then as opposed to like a fake official nigga, you know? So make your music, stay out the headlines, no pun intended again. And just find a way to just keep making good tunes. Even if you might just be tunes for the ladies that Sin absolutely despises. But sometimes, you gotta get your foot in the door, bro. And that's his formula. His formula is making music that the ladies
he can't turn
love.
away from that. It gotta be some lady tunes.
He gotta go for the ladies. Sure. That's what that ab shit was for. You get what I'm saying? But he gotta go for the ladies to maybe open the door. But I feel like what he's giving us right now, these 2 joints are great steps.
Yeah, I see that. I gotta agree with Dean. More music, less visuals, definitely less guns. Shouts to Mace.
You know
what I mean? Just like I almost want like a mixtape type of run, or like a Good Fridays type of just drop some new heat, you know, just like every Friday or every Tuesday or every whatever, you know what I mean? You know, episode 1 dropped on a Friday, maybe it's gonna be, you know, a regular Friday thing. Yeah, and just keep dropping tunes, but like I don't know, like I almost want to say like whatever grandiose vision you have for like the packaging of it or the delivery of it, put all of that energy into the music. You know what I mean? Make the music big. Don't make, you know, the live stream big or the visual big. Just keep, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna dig yourself out of this hole and regain that aura, ultimately it's gonna be through the music. It's not gonna be the abs, it's not gonna be the duck faces.
Definitely
It's not gonna be the guns, it's not gonna be the live streams. It's gonna be the music. So stick to that. You know what I mean? That's what I would hope for him, for his sake, moving forward with this rollout, man. But I think we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna wrap it up there. We got some super chats to get to.
Salute.
Let me dig through these real quick. Once again, hit the like button,
Get them up.
hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, we need 500 likes at least,
man,
on this and every single video we put out. Let the algorithm know you love us. Right?
Do that.
The algorithm has to know in order for it to keep feeding. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But onto these super chats before we dip out. Cell TV. Let me put them up on the screen. Cell TV with the $5. Mace, how can I guess Drake pause? Wait, if he got a tattoo of the man, how can? All right. Anyway, he has a tattoo. Drake has a tattoo of LeBron. Yeah, that's
intense.
That's still weird. Like I don't know how he's gonna hate on the man when he got a whole tattoo of him.
Never tattoo any living man on you, bro.
Bro. Cell TV with another one, $2 this time. Appreciate you. No new friends over no friends industry. Which one? You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, make up your mind. Rick's to World with the £5. Imagine if Meek sued after the battle. Why are we even trying to shoot Drake bail? Justifying his actions is weird to me. Yeah, man, I agree with you 100%. We all kind of on that stance. I think we all agree with you.
Yeah.
The suing is nasty out of pocket, out of hand,
nasty,
very nasty work. And to a certain extent, like he's such a fixture in rap and hip hop that when he drops, we still have to talk about it. We still have to talk about the music and take the music for what it is and what it's worth and judge it at face value. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
We've definitely talked extensively about the the lawsuits and the court case and the paperwork and all those shenanigans. That stuff is inexcusable. But you know what I mean? When he drops new music, we still got to talk about it.
Still brings the headways, man.
Andre Miller with the $2. Salute to you. Drake needs art, but he only makes music. He's done. That's a really interesting comment right there. You know what I mean? Drake, and I assume that Andre is saying that Drake only makes music as entertainment or as content rather than as art. You know what I mean? And that's something I personally would co-sign, would agree with. D, how you feel about that comment?
Yeah, absolutely right. But when Apple Music got that $400 million gun in your head, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will produce. You will produce. That's what it is. Sure. You got contractual obligations at the point that nigga really cannot not make music. So it's like
facts. $2 from Cell TV. Once again, salute to him again, or her. We don't know. OVO Mace, what's up with fake streams? Well, OVO Mace has gone MIA on us right now, so he'll have to answer that another time. Cell TV once again. Cell TV, the MVP of this
back
stream.
Again.
Since Drake is not that, you got to accept it. I don't really.
Might be the super chat of the hour, bro.
I really don't. Because if we're gonna compare these two as the 1A and 1B, you know what I mean? We're gonna there was a lot of comparisons going the other way where people were mad that Kendrick wasn't dropping enough. Deanie. People complaining that he doesn't make enough music for the women, or doesn't make enough music for the clubs. Like, we've had these, they're gonna be compared regardless. We're gonna have these conversations because they have always been the yin and the yang of this current era. And lastly, T-Mac, the $5. Salute to you.
My God.
Roundtable OG. Where's my super chat from the aborted live that Jarv? What did I miss? Oh shit, T-Mac
man,
from the top rope, man. I wasn't expecting that.
Our apologies, bro.
Yeah,
you know we love you though, bro. T-Mac, you one of the family, man.
I don't know. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dig that up. We're gonna try to find it and we'll
mention it.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll mention it. No, we'll mention it on the live on Monday.
Bet.
How about that? All right. Yeah, our apologies for that.
We got you, Mac.
T-Mac, but we're gonna find it and we'll you know what I mean we'll put it up for the live on Monday.
Believe that.
All right. All right. I guess yeah, we're gonna dip out. Let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Any last minute super chats? No, I think we're good. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, before you leave, if you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't. If you're new here, welcome. We're live every Monday. We have in studios every other week.
Facts.
And every time there's some breaking news, like right now, we'll jump on the stream for you guys and give you our takes because we love y'all. You know what I mean? Oh, T-Mac at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
With the $10 just for the love. Salute to you,
Mac.
You know what I mean? Caro got the hater of the
pot award.
hater of the live award. Said don't forget to do some sit-ups. God damn, bro.
Damn.
You been looking at me that closely? Jesus.
Hatred.
I'm gonna get some abs etched in like Drake.
You heard? Get the mobile abs, me.
Pete Crawley, salute to you with the $2 at the buzzer.
Good looks, family.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know where Mace went, but Dini, go ahead and take us home, man.
Y'all already know what it is. My brother Sincere told y'all the vibes. Each and every one of y'all that's here, please hit the like button. Get us in the algorithm so we can provide the rhythm. You heard what it is. Shout out to Macito, voice of the culture. Jarvie, the pod guard, popped in for us. Gave her that math. Sincere the rap snob. Dini the bounce of the force. And with our powers combined, man, it's the rap round table. We out of here from this live. You dig? We love y'all. Ski!